So Arsenal have won their Carabao Cup semi-final fixture, and obviously it was a very thrilling game. Arsenal are top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, in the Carabao Cup final, in the fourth round of FA Cup. They are like practically the best team in the world right now. Nothing has been won. Everything is still there to be won. We haven't done anything, but the fan base is quite happy, and I feel like a lot of analysis on sports or anything in life is based, result oriented. Sort of everything is done for the result, and if you win, it doesn't matter how you win. But I am not someone who focuses too much on the results. I like to go to what it meant and how it was done and all the process sort of stuff. So I am not liking the process basically of what is going on at Arsenal Football Club. And the last time I was so fed up of what was going on at Arsenal Football Club was when Unai Emery was our coach. And we were doing pretty well. Actually, uh, we were having unbeaten runs of 2022 games, and we seemed to be doing well, but somehow players like Mesut Ozil, Santi Cazorla were deemed to be not so important for the club, and players like Willock, Gunduzi, etc., etc., were getting hyped up as the new future of Arsenal, this and that. And I feel like a lot of times weaknesses of teams are hidden in the players they hype the most. Now I'll say something that nobody will like in the Arsenal fan base. Nobody will like this. But the fact that our best player and the Ballon d'Or shout we give to a player who cannot pass the ball vertically, like he cannot pass the ball progressively enough, and he is supposed to be the best midfielder in the world. And I have made a video on him before as well, and I'll make videos on him after, like in the future as well, because number 8 is a position where you need to pass the ball progressively. When Abreche as a plays, he's supposed to be in this area all the time, so that he is a moments player. When he gets the ball, he can pass it progressively, and then he can do something, create magic, shoot from the edge of the box, go past 2 3 players. So what happens is Saliva and Gabriel have the football. Rice often comes very deep to take the ball. Now Rice has one option always present because teams allow him to. Teams occupy this zone and form a mid block where they do not let the players here get the ball easily. So you have a lot of players here marking, like not allowing you to pass the ball to your creative players, your forwards. The only players you can pass from here is to your wingers, or you can go back to this, and then Zubimendi will get this, and Zubimendi will pass here. So literally, there is no pass in this zone. There are no passes attempted in this zone, and that is why your number 10, may be it Ebreche Eze or be it Martin Odegaard, whoever is playing in whatever position, we never give them the ball. And why does this happen? Does this happen solely because Arteta's coaching is bad? I think this happens because Arteta's messaging, Arteta's focus is too much on safety first conservative approach, where we are threatened by what possibilities the other team can have when we don't do well. So every task is supposed to be 100% correct and safe, and that is why we are becoming more conservative, and we are practically playing absolutely boring football. And it is not that okay, we are playing boring, but we are winning. We will not win. We will not win the big trophies like that. Maybe the Premier League we can still win because nobody is able to compete with us. But if you have to win the Champions League, do you think you are going to win the Champions League by not progressing the ball well? PSG at home. Why did we lose to PSG at home? If Mikel Arteta was a good manager, he would have noticed that and he would have changed so much about our approach, but he did not. We lost the PSG game because Rice received the ball from the goalkeeper and then he was clueless. He cannot take the ball on half turn and do those progressive passes. And PSG are good at pressing, so they applied so much pressure that our technical level of our midfield of Declan Rice was exposed so badly. It was one of the worst performances from a defensive midfielder or in Declan Rice's career I have ever seen. Those first 20 minutes. And they absolutely smashed us. And at home, we were not able to take control of the football. We came back in the game from Calafiori. Calafiori, then the only savior for us if uh, our midfield is not able to pass the ball progressively is Calafiori, who will take this position, and then he is more technically gifted, technically aware that he can pass the ball to Odegaard, and then Odegaard can pass the ball to Jesus or whatever his name is. He can turn and he can shoot. So that is what we need. One Calafiori pass to the number 10, and then number 10 finds himself in a little bit of space. And then we have enough talented number 10s in our squad to find the striker, to find the wingers. And I see a lot of people targeting the wrong stuff like Zoe Mendy has space and then he has two options and he chooses the right winger who is also in space. I don't think that is the part where we need to criticize Arsenal right now. The part is where we are here with the ball and we do not choose to go from here. We always choose to go from here and here. And I have said this in thousands of videos, what however many videos I have made on Arsenal, that this is our problem, this is our problem. But Mikel Arteta does not care, and he will come up with another press conference where he'll say positivity and bravery and this and that. This is all absolutely false. Like he is just straight up lying when he says that he wants his players to play joyous football. 100 instructions per second. Every single player is scared of making a mistake. And how do we make a mistake against Manchester United? We choose to not take the brave option, we choose to take the safe option, and even in that we are hesitant because we are so scared that we would commit a mistake. So we underhit a pass to the goalkeeper and we concede a goal, which is one of the most cowardly things you can do on a football pitch at home if you are top of the league, if you want to win titles. So I don't know what is going to be the future of this football club, but I know for sure that if Arteta does not learn and he wants to be this conservative manager all his life, he'll not reach the heights Pep Guardiola and Arsene Wenger, or maybe he'll reach the David Moyes sort of career graph, but I don't think he'll ever reach the Arsene Wenger, Pep Guardiola level of success. So yeah, I am pretty disappointed about the performance, and obviously, I'm not making this video very excited about everything. Now, let's talk more about Declan Rice and let's see 7.7. See our attack. Martinelli and Madueke get the ball. We always do that thing where I told you that we pass it to our wingers and we tell them that go take on 3 4 men and create something out of nothing. That is our only form of creativity. Ebrecheze rarely got the ball. When he got the ball, I don't think I'll criticize him too much because our number 10s actually don't get the enough supply. Even Gyökeres, like he literally gets no supply in this game. So what is he supposed to do? And Zoe Mendy 7. The only saving grace for us is that William Saliba, who actually was a bit sloppy also, but William Saliba and Gabriel are the ones who actually try to pass from the middle, or Saliba sometimes gets fed up and just runs down the middle. But his decision making once he reaches the opposition half is very bad. And of course, I'm not expecting our centre back to make the right decisions there, but the fact that we are not progressing the ball enough that he has to make runs says it all. And the fact that our fullbacks take more central positions rather than our midfielders also highlights how our midfielders are not capable enough, or maybe the coaching is wrong because he's coaching his midfielders out of technicality. Declan Rice had everything which he has right now at West Ham, most of it. What Mikel Arteta obviously added was his runs to the box and then his shooting and goal scoring ability. But the progressive passing, etc., I don't think he has developed it enough. And I would not say that Declan Rice has not improved since he has come in technicality aspect, but I still feel like there is a lot lacking there because look at the 7.7 performance. I had to look at what the stats are and how do they even rate. Accurate passes 85%. For someone who passes the ball and chooses the safe option most of the times, 85% is not good enough. Chances created one, and I am pretty sure it is the last one where he has the whole length of the pitch to cross it, and he is good at those long passes. So that was a decent assist, but still. XG 0.03, it's absolutely nothing. XG plus XA is 0.03. Defensive contributions 5, which is obviously his primary goal. Passes into the final third 7. Now these, let me tell you what these passes are. Passes into the final third. What is final third? This is the final third. When Declan Rice comes here, this is the final third. When Declan Rice comes here, this is the final third. This Martin ball to Martinelli is the final third. These are not balls where he passes it to Ebreches somewhere here, or find someone here making a line breaking pass. It is actually the sideway pass. So that is the most progressive pass he does, and that is absolutely not good enough because that does not create anything for us. Accurate crosses 0%, accurate long balls 50%, whatever. Tackles, interceptions, yeah, fine. Ground duels 1, 33%, aerial duels 1, 0%, fouls committed 2, rating 7.7. I don't get why the ratings are such, but okay. Moises Caicedo, accurate passes 94%, chances created 1, expected assists 0.1, defensive contributions 3, touches 78, accurate crosses 33%, accurate long balls 33%, ground duels 100%, aerial duels 1, 0, 0 attempted 0 1, was fouled 2 times 6.8, just because his team lost. I don't know. Yeah, probably Rice got the assist points, but okay. Now let's come to Zubimendi. Accurate passes 84%, even lower than Rice, and the fact that he has made 38 passes all games also tells you something. Expected assists 0.27%, chances created 2, and these are the times where he has to occupy the Odegaard sort of role where he gets space on counters. So that is also better. Successful dribbles 50%, passes into final third 7. Zoe Mendes passes into final third are better than Declan Rice, but still it was not good enough. Accurate long balls 20% does not matter. And also look at how many more long balls we attempt as compared to Chelsea. That is also very telling. Ground duels 143%, aerial duels 150%, falls committed 2. So basically, if you look at the bigger picture, the fact that our midfielders are not creating enough chances. Averages, I won't even try to go and analyze averages because the service from these two is not good enough for me to evaluate the number 10 fairly. So that is that, and obviously our defense is really good. Coming to the positive note, our defense is actually good, and it protects us from these terrible attacking performances, and then we ultimately counter, we get a bit of space and then we are better. But I don't think just because teams form a low block, that is why we have attacking issues. It is also because the technical ability, the mentality of the team is not good enough to break low blocks. If you look at Barcelona and their midfield, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Dani Almo, or whoever plays the number 10, like that is real football. Like the players we had Thomas Partey just now who has left, and he is not the same player anymore. But Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Santi Cazorla, and I don't know, like obviously Arsene Wenger's era had Fabregas. I don't know where Nasri used to play, but Rosicky also played the wing only. But most of the players that played, even when we would have played with Patrick Vieira, I don't think there was such timidness in attack, such um, conservativeness, and such fear of making a mistake. So yeah, like Chelsea are a really good team right now, and they try to make progressive passes. They try to play from the middle. Once their team forms something and gains a bit of experience and stops fooling around, basically, I think they'll develop to be someone who has a chance to win the big trophies. They can compete if they buy the right players, they sell the right players, and they sort of settle down a little bit. They are sort of everywhere. Cole Palmer was not playing, Reece James was not playing, both the ties. So the last goal as well also papered over a lot of cracks. So yeah, I was pretty fed up of watching the kind of football we are playing. So this is basically a rant about, not a rant, I have spoken calmly only. I don't have the energy at the end of the day to rant a lot about these things, but I am actually furious watching this football and I am fed up of it. And I know that this will cost us in the future. It might cost us a Champions League that was there for the taking, or a FA Cup, or a Carabao Cup final. Maybe not Premier League, but imagine if we lose the Premier League. And although I have never been Arteta out, I have defended Arteta against everyone. I've never even gone against him. But right now, I feel like if this season he doesn't even get the results we need, which I would expect at least two trophies, given that we are in the Carabao Cup final. We look good for the Champions League, we look good for the Premier League. FA Cup shouldn't be an issue as well because we are basically the best team in England. So, how should we not be favorites for the FA Cup? So if you don't give me at least two trophies, I think it would be fair enough for the fan base to say that Arteta should not be an Arsenal manager anymore. And Fabregas had 5.63 xg where his team did not score a goal. Kind of liking that scene more, kind of liking the football he would play more. So yeah, whatever Arteta feels right, he can do. But if he has to come in a press conference and say that we want to play joyous football, we want to play with a smile on our faces and be brave and uh, play like we want to win everything, we are going to win everything. This is not the football we are going to play. And obviously, the narratives that we were leading 3-2 and they were the ones who should have attacked more, etc. Yeah, fine. They took a very conservative approach and they had a plan to attack in the second half. Did not work out as they had planned, because it is not easy to break Arsenal's defense. And once you have the clock ticking down and you have to score a goal, you will give a lot of space to Arsenal. And Liam Rosenior was also very wary of the fact that Arsenal can hurt them on the counter attack. So if you overcommit your bodies and give Arsenal space, you might fall into that trap and lose the game in the first half as well, like we did against Newcastle last season in the Carabao Cup semi-final probably. But yeah, that's fine. Like a lot of teams will play the low block. They will be very conservative against us because they know what happens when they give us space. But I still feel like we are not brave enough in situations where we can be brave enough. We are not brave enough, and we are not playing beautiful football. We are not playing football with a smile on our faces. We are very much focused. We are giving it our all, but there is a lot of um, unknown territory thing where we have never been in this position, so we don't know how to handle ourselves, and we are trying to protect what we have right now, where we should cherish that we are the best team in the world right now, and like sort of play with more joy and smile on our faces and be more brave and combine in the middle of the pitch, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't even have the hope that Arteta is going to change. So it is what it is. I'll be content with whatever this season brings us. And if it brings nothing, it should bring something negative, which would actually be a positive, because a lot of time has been taken out of this club for this. And if you don't deliver results, you will have to go. So that is all. And yeah, I'll see you in the preview of another Arsenal game. We are going to play Brentford. Are we going to play Brentford? Oh, sorry, we are going to play Sunderland at home, and then we are going to play Brentford away. So yeah, I'll see you in that fixture. Sunderland had a great win against Burnley, so that will also be a tough enough fixture. Every Premier League fixture is tough. So yeah, I'll see you there. Bye.